Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are going to solve a very popular LeetCode problem that has been asked in multiple top tech companies like Google, Amazon, Microsoft and Meta. So this problem is extremely important for coding interviews because it tests your understanding of data structure, logic building and optimization techniques. So make sure you watch this video till the end and I will explain the institution, the brute force approach and the optimized solution and time and space complexity analysis step by step. So also the full detailed explanation and solution link is provided in the description below. So don't forget to check that out. Let's get started. So our today's problem is single number 2, right? So what the question says, they are given integer array where every element appears 3 times except for 1, which appear exactly once. Find the single element and return it. You must implement a solution with a linear runtime complexity and use only constant extra space, right? So what is our question here? They have said in an array there is only one element left. Other elements are appear more than 3 or more than 3 times, right? So we need to find that unique one single element and we need to return that, right? So for that, what we are going to do, let us first understand, right? So the goal is to find the element that appears only once while every other element appears more than 3 times, right? So what we are going to do now. So if you see the example like array, we have 1 4 1 1 1 and then 1 3, right? So in that, which is the single number we have, that is 4, right? So 4 is the single number we have in this array. So we will just return 4, right? So then what we will do, here 4 is the output, right? So then what we are going to do, we have one idea for the solution. So that is, we will use an unordered map to store the frequency of each number, right? So we are going to pass the element and how many times it appears to the unordered map, right? So we are going to store the frequency of each number, how many times it appears. So what we are going to do first we are going to traverse the array. Then what we are going to do, count how many times each number appears. So first what we are going to do, so first traverse the array. Second what we are going to do, count each element how many times it appears, right? Then next step what we are going to do, next we are going to traverse our map, right? Next we are going to traverse our unordered map. Finally we are going to return the single integer, right? This is our steps, okay? So this is our 4 steps that involve in this our problem, right? So okay, now what we are going to do, first we are going to traverse through the array, right? Traverse the array and count how many elements it has. Okay, for traversing we are going to use for loop, right? Okay, then what we are going to do, first we will create the HashMap, right? First we will create the HashMap. So what is the syntax of HashMap? Unordered map int comma int. We are going to store in pair type, right? So then we are going to count, right? So first what we are going to do, first unordered map, right? So first unordered map in the comma int one variable, right? Okay. Then what we are going to do, we are going to count frequency, right? For that we want one for loop, right? So for that one for loop and then we are going to traverse to the array, right, in my nums. Then what I am going to do, m of index plus plus. So don't worry if you don't understand anything, okay, we will see it. So here what is happening, first we loop through each element, right? So here we are looping through each and every element, right? So we are looping through each and every element. Okay, now what we are doing, m of x, that means if the x is not in the map, right, our x will be like 4 1 2 1 2 1 2, right? So this will be our x's. So first 4 will be looped and 1 will be looped, 2 will be looped, 1 will be looped, 2 will be looped, 1 will be looped, 2 will be looped, right? So first 4 will be in this loop. So right, the 4 will now in this loop. So what it will go, it will come to this line, and in my m, what will happen, it will create one pair like 4 and it will increment the frequency like 1, right? So fourth element has 1 frequency. Next it will move on to this one, right? So this one will occur another time 1 with 1 frequency for this one, then 2. So it will check whether the 2 is present in the unordered map before itself. It is not, so it will create 1. So now 2 comma 1, right? So again this 1 will appear. First it will check whether in my map 1 is already there or not. Yeah, we have already here. So it will just increment the count to 2, right? So then these 2 will come. It will again check 2 is there or not. Here we have already 2. Now increment the count to 2, right? So again 1 is having, then this is 3, again 2 is having, this is 3, right? So which have the frequency as 1? 4, right? So 4 will be our single number. So 4 has 1 frequency, 1 has 3 frequency, then 2 has 3 frequency, right? So in this 4 only has 1 frequency, so that is our single number, right? So next we will check which number has 1 frequency and we will return this, right? If no element is presented, that single, we are going to return -1, right? So here we are using only one for loop. So it is in the complexity of OA of n, and space complexity we are using unordered map. So our space complexity also O of n, right? Time complexity and space complexity, because we store element in our HashMap, right? So we have got space complexity of O of n. So now we will code this. So first what I said, first we want to declare one unordered map, right? So unordered map we are going to store in pair, right? Int comma int and one name for that. Then we are going to iterate through the array and we are going to count frequency, right? So here auto means it will automatically detect what type of data type the array has, right? So auto x in nums plus plus. So what it will do, if my array is like here you see 3 2 2 3 2, right? So first in my loop, what is my first x, that is 2, right? So it will go to this map and it will store like 2 is my element and it has frequency now 1, right? Then what will happen, then again this 2 will be go inside, again it will see 2 there itself, it will increment the count to 2. Next what we see, 3. So it will see 3 is there in our map or not, no 3 is not there, then 3 comma 1 it will initialize, right? Then again this 2 will be go inside, already we have 2, so it will increment the count to 3, right? So this is how this for loop works. Then what we are going to do, we are iterating through the map now, right? So through the map we are going to iterate to find which element has 1, right? So if my, how we are going to take the second element, so we have in map we have dot second, so this will get the second number, right? If it is equal to 1, what we are going to do, we are just going to return k dot first, So here this is our pair, right? So second means it will take this 3, first means it will take this 2, right? Else what we are going to do? Else going to return -1, right? So we will run this and see whether our code is right or wrong. So hopefully test case have passed. We will submit this. So our solution has accepted. So here our time complexity is, we have used one loop, right? So for that O of n we have our time complexity, and space complexity is, we have used one HashMap. So for that we have space complexity of O of n, right, because we have used HashMap. So this is our code for this problem. I hope you understood this problem. So let me see in our next video. So thank you for listening. Please subscribe for more video. If you like this video, share, subscribe. Thank you.